Hey Ranger fans, Ranger Radio is back. Listen to Ranger games each week by friending Inside Rangers Football on Facebook, and we'll post the link to the next game. Home or away, you don't have to miss a minute of the action as we live stream directly to your smartphone or tablet. Friend us now and listen live.
Welcome to this week's show of Inside Rangers Football. I'm Brant Freeman alongside Smithson Valley head coach Larry Hill. Smithson Valley is 4-0 in the season, coming off a 56-21 win over Madison this past Friday, the final non-district game of the year. And Coach, we said it, 4-0. Your football teams looked very impressive. A couple of close wins to open the season, and then a couple of lopsided victories for the last 2 weeks. What do you know about your football team now that you're 4 games in?
Well, I know I like them. I know I like their work ethic, and I like the way they approach each day and moving through the checklist and the things that you have to do to give yourself a chance to win each week. You mentioned the different types of games that we've had. We've had a couple down to the last play games. Those are good for them. We've had a couple of games where we've gotten off to fast starts, scored on defense, pulled away early, got to get a lot of kids in the game, so that's obviously good for your whole program. So, they've run the gamut in 4 weeks, and now we'll see if we're ready to do something that counts. You
mentioned the big starts. You got off to a hot start last week against the Mavericks, led 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. Madison found a way to creep back into the game. It was a 14-point affair into the third quarter. What did you like about the way your team responded once Madison narrowed the gap?
Yeah, that's an experience as well. Things are going well, everybody's rocking along, and then suddenly they kind of get a couple of long runs, and the next thing you know, they're back in it. Well, now what? That causes your anxiety level to go up, and that too is an experience. How are you going to handle that? Because certainly to get where you want to go, you're going to run into all these scenarios at some point. So the more you can get exposed to it, the earlier the better. We handled it well. You mentioned we got some stops then, kind of righted the ship, had some long sustained drives on offense, and kind of calmed the waters and pulled away.
Big game for your tight end Jennings this past Friday. 3 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. The first 3 games of the year, really didn't see a whole lot of his involvement in the passing game, but really was a big part of it this past Friday. When you're able to add that element to your offense, what can that do for you?
Well, it just gives you one more thread and one more thing they have to worry about. The thing that we like about this team is they're sharing the ball. We're not really leading any categories. We don't have leading receivers, rushers in the area or the state. We've shared the ball pretty good. And, I think that makes you better because, when a team defends you, they always want to take away what you do best, and then they're willing to concede certain things. So the more varied you can be in your approach, I think the tougher you are to stop.
Now, defensively, some excitement early on in the game. The third play from scrimmage for Madison, Deion Staley had the pick six, 39 yards, gave you a 14-0 lead. But you did allude to some of the big plays you gave up on the ground to Nate Davis of the Mavericks. So yeah. Some highs and lows for the defense from Friday. Overall, how would you gauge their performance?
Well, I think we're pretty good overall. You mentioned the second week in a row that Deion Staley has had. He's got 3 interceptions on the year, and now 2 weeks in a row those interceptions have been for touchdowns. We mentioned the 3 long runs. You take those away, I think they had less than 40 yards of offense, but they did get 3 long runs. So, so we've obviously got to do some things to curtail big plays. But overall, very good to shut down a team like that that's got so many weapons.
Well, the Rangers had their share of big plays in Friday's win over Madison. Let's now take a look at the plays of the week.
Let's take a look. The first big play of the night focuses on our defense once again. We mentioned the second week in a row we scored on defense, and here it is. We'll feature Josh Ernst on the right at his defensive end position, and circled on the left is Deion Staley from his safety position. You'll watch these 2 young men work together for an interception that's returned for a touchdown. As the play unfolds, you focus on Josh getting up the field and pressuring the quarterback, and you'll see that he has to throw the ball much sooner than he wants to. When he does, Deion reads it and undercuts the receiver, intercepts the pass right before it gets to him. Of course, he's out ahead of the offense, and he runs the rest of the way for the touchdown. You can look at it from the rear and get even a better look. There's the circles around those guys again. Deion on top, Josh Ernst on the bottom. As the play unfolds, again, Josh up the field, pressuring the quarterback. Dion's reading the quarterback's eyes and beginning to move into position for the interception. Then there's the throw, interception by Dion. You can see, of course, as I said, he's out in front of everybody. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, we're up 14-0. This is a zone read play with Josh Atkins. He's got a chance in the front there with Huda Roche going wide and Josh behind him there, and they're reading the man with the circle around him. If the man on the circle around him were to move forward up the screen, you can see he's tackling Huda, then Josh is going to keep the football in the vacated area. With the yellow block sign on is Nick Hemrick, one of our junior offensive tackles. You can see the block he puts on the linebacker paves the way, gets a pancake, and Josh is able to get it in the end zone. As you look at it from the rear, you get even a better look. Once again, Huda Roche will go wide to our left as we look at it. Josh will go straight ahead, and then we'll put pressure on the defensive end with a circle around him to make a choice on defending one of those two threats. As the play unfolds, you can see he gets up the field, takes Huda. Now Josh is ducking into the hole. There's Nick Hamrick's block again. Pretty big hole. Get it into the end zone. And another touchdown there late in the half. This is a big touchdown throw in the second half when we needed some momentum back. Circled on the far right is Derek Hausler, our senior wide receiver. You can see directly across from him, also circled, is their cornerback. There's an outside linebacker and a safety who potentially could cover Derek. So what we ask our quarterback to do as the play unfolds is decide if double coverage exists. As the ball enters the line of scrimmage, our quarterback sees both of these defenders plug into the line to play the run. So rather than hand the ball off, he decides to disengage, then and throw one-on-one with Derek against the cornerback. Good, well-thrown ball. Derek goes up in the corner of the end zone and makes a nice catch. Okay, here it is from the rear. Once again, there's the two defenders that Josh will read. If double coverage existed, he would hand the ball off. As the play unfolds, you can see double coverage does not exist. They're playing the run. So the logical thing to do will be to make the throw. Make the throw to the right corner of the end zone. Once again, Derek turns his shoulders, flips back, makes the catch just inside the pylon. Those are our plays of the week.
All right, Coach, good stuff against the Mavericks on Friday, but we are coming up on a break here in Inside Rangers Football. Up next, Senior Moments with our very own Emily Turner.
In this town, we drive trucks.
It's just what we do.
In this town, we hold doors open for ladies.
It's just what we do.
In this town, we have fun.
It's just what we do.
In this town,
we play football.
It's just what we do.
In this town,
we go to Ferris Orthodontics.
it's just what we do.
It's just what we do.
When you're ready for a break, hurry in to Chicken Express. Let us do all the cooking for you. We always offer high-quality, affordable meals that the entire family will enjoy. Our chicken is never frozen and it's hand-battered fresh so you can really taste the difference. You can expect fast and friendly service at Chicken Express, whether you dine in, drive through, or drive up. Hurry in and hurry back to Chicken Express.
Welcome back to Inside Rangers Football. And by the way, our coverage has expanded now to live game coverage. We debuted it last week, Coach, in the game against Madison on our YouTube channel here, courtesy of Bowick Productions. The Rangers' schedule from here on out will be have a radio call on the YouTube channel with a graphic featuring the score, and we'll have a link provided for you on our Facebook page. Great to have the coverage here of the Rangers for a live radio broadcast.
Well, and the good thing is, it's not a local radio station. You mentioned YouTube and the internet or whatnot, so, Aunt Cindy in South Dakota can tune in too. So the Rangers are on the World Wide Web. I guess you can pick them up anywhere.
Yep, and that's iPhone, Android-friendly, PC, laptop, whatever the device is that you have. You can listen to the game. You can watch too with the graphic up. So again, stay tuned to our Facebook page for links and details. We will have the Steele game on again coming up this Friday. But right now, in Inside Rangers Football, it's time for Senior Moments with Emily Turner.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. Boys, before we get started today, you know what I want you to do? Get out those phones and text your mama thank you. All right, right, so I'm here with Lane, Alfonso, and Hayden. I'm going to start with you, Lane.
Great.
If you can remember, tell me what's the last picture you took on your iPhone?
Probably, I don't know actually. Probably, I don't know, can I think
Come
about
out. Was it from us golfing?
Oh yeah, it was probably his golfing.
It was golfing.
Probably a video of his swing.
Is it a swing?
Yeah.
Was it a good swing?
No.
Oh,
Going on the golfing network. Going on the golfing network.
Threw you right under the bus. Alfonso, in 3 words, explain to me what your position does.
I would say it's a guy who covers guys deep, I guess, or covers deep routes.
Because you don't have to worry about the running back because we got him stopped. So.
Can't stop me.
Oh, we can stop you, and we have stopped you.
Hayden, I see talent all over you from the moment you walked in the door. I would like to hear you give me a little rendition of one of my favorite songs, Let It Go.
I don't know the full song.
Just give me what you got.
I only know the acoustic version.
I can play the background music.
Let it go, let it go. That's all I know.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. I'm here
job.
till next Tuesday.
Okay, Lane, show me how angry you can get as fast as you can. Okay, I told you that's what I want. Okay.
Your eyebrows were shaking.
All right, Lane, Alfonso, and Hayden, thanks for being here with me today. Coach, back to you.
All right, so that was Hayden's rendition of Let It Go from the movie Frozen. Coach, do you think he has a singing career outside of football?
Yeah, I'm speechless, Brant.
Right, that's why your voice is hoarse today.
That's
all right.
correct.
Well, let's go then from the singing to some Little Men, our weekly Little Men segment here at Inside Rangers Football.
One of the best things defenses in today's football does is recognize what an offense does best. It makes adjustments before the snap and even after the snap to stop what you do. Most schools, including Smithson Valley, have a very effective quick passing game. By quick passing game, I mean as soon as the quarterback gets the snap, he quickly throws the ball out to one side or the other. Receivers catch the short pass and turn it into big plays. If you go to the Little Men, we'll kind of describe what we're talking about. As the ball is snapped to the quarterback, for instance, he may throw quickly to this receiver while the other receiver blocks for him. Or he may throw it to the outside receiver while the inside receiver blocks for them. Well, defenses are very good at taking that away after time. When they see the quarterback throw quickly, they begin to move their safety forward, they begin to move their cornerback forward, they begin to move their linebackers outside, and kind of funnel those receivers and turn those into short gains. So one of the ways offenses try to combat that is what they call and goes. A hitch and go, a pop and go, a bubble and go, a stop and go. That and go means you fake the short route, see the quarterback pump fake that short route, have the defense commit forward, and then throw it over the top for a big gain. Let's examine one of those plays. Very popular play is the hitch route, where our outside receiver goes down a few yards, comes back and faces the quarterback, catches the short throw. The inside receiver moves out, blocks the most dangerous man. He catches the ball and runs in the voided area. As the defense begins to move forward and take that away, we will now go a hitch and go. Everything looks the same. The receiver goes up and back and faces the quarterback. The outside receiver comes out to block. The pump fake is made. The defense commits forward. And then the blocker, instead of blocking, continues up the sideline while the other receiver continues to the middle of the field. And you hope to have one or both of those guys open behind the defense for a big play. The hitch and go. Let's go to the big screen and look at it in action. Here's an example of that in one of our more recent home games. You have the 2 receivers at the top of the screen with the circles around them, and they'll do just what you saw the Little Men do. As the play unfolds, the outside receiver will go up and back and simulate the short throw. The inside receiver will fake a block on the defender, so it looks just like a play that we run in our offense. As the pump fake goes from the quarterback, then the receivers burst from there, one deep to the outside and one knifing to the middle, and the defender with a circle around them must choose, and we will throw to the one he doesn't cover. In this case, we threw it over the top to the receiver in the corner of the end zone. Let's look at it from the rear. Of course, the pass protection is great. You get a little bit better idea what the quarterback's action is. Pump fake, eyes on the defender, choose the one then that's wide open, in this case, the back man. Here's another look with the receivers at the top of the screen. We actually hit the other receiver. There's the two guys we're talking about again. As the play unfolds, again, the outside receiver up and back with a pump fake, out inside receiver, fake a block. About the time the pump fake comes and the defender reacts forward, then they burst at two different angles and we decide who this man's covering. He covered our deep defender this time, so we hit the man knifing into the middle. It's a good read by our quarterback. Let's look at it from the rear. Again, you can see the quarterback's action as well as the offensive line blocking. Takes a snap, fakes the quick throw, which is what we're faking here, then reads the defender, throws the ball down the middle.
The and goes. They can generate touchdowns and exciting plays. Now let's go to Ranger Trivia.
This week in Rangers Trivia, Smithson Valley has scored 50 or more points in back-to-back games after the wins over East Central and Madison. How many times have the Rangers scored 50 or more in the Coach Hill era? Is the answer A, 10, B, 14, or C, 21? The answer is C, 21. The most amount of points coming against Roosevelt in 2007 when the Rangers scored 72. 72 points, Coach. That's a lot. And in that game against Roosevelt 2007, you and I spoke about it earlier this week. That was a close ball game at half.
28-27 at half. We blocked an extra point or we would have been tied at half. And we came out in the second half and just got it rolling, and it's just one of those nights. We should have flew to Vegas when the game was over because we couldn't miss that night.
All right, so again, that was our weekly Rangers Trivia. Up next on Inside Rangers Football, a preview of this week's district opener against the Steele Knights.
Let me ask you a question. Do you need a video for your business? The bears poop in the woods? I guess that's a yes. Your video can be seen anywhere, at any time, and by anyone. So, what do you think of the video, Nana?
It's off the hook, honey.
Mind blown. I heard it was very expensive to make videos. Not at all when you hire Wick Productions. Do you know how easy it is making a video with Wick Productions? As easy as taking candy from a baby. So there you have it. Success is at your fingertips. Call Wick Productions today.
All right, y'all got it this time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, kickball change. Nice. Okay, from the beginning. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, kickball change. Good job.
Call today and ask for a gig, which is up to 1,000 megabits per second internet speed through the GVTC Giga region. Unlimited long-distance phone service, 24/7 home security monitoring, and free whole home DVR with our HDTV service. GVTC, just plain smart.
Welcome back to Inside Rangers Football, inside the Rangers locker room. Brant Freeman alongside Coach Hill. Smithson Valley is 4-0, and so is Steele. In fact, there are 4 4-0 teams in the 25 6A district. And Coach, this Steele team has been one of the best programs in the San Antonio area over the past 5 or 6 years or so. You played them to a really good ball game at Ranger Stadium last year. What impresses you about this year's team?
Well, just that there's really no weakness. They're explosive and talented and well coached in every area, which makes it very difficult to prepare for them. You know, there's not a single phase of their game. Hey, we can stop this, then we've got a chance to slow them down. Or if we can just nullify or double team this player, then we can move the football. You know, you're going to have to be solid in every area because they've got good players at every position.
Let's look at the offensive side of the football. I know you mentioned explosive. They have a lot of guys capable of taking you to the house every play. Xavier Martin has been an efficient and solid quarterback, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions so far this year. Offensively, what kind of looks are you expecting to see?
Well, they've done a nice job of balancing their offense. You know, they're not a run-only team or a pass-only team. They're very balanced. They have playmakers at all their receiver spots. All their backs are explosive, and the quarterback can beat you with his arm and his feet. So An underrated part of their team is their offensive line. They're big, they're well coached, they're talented. So you're getting all of it when you defend them.
Last 2 weeks they've beaten O'Connor, and a week ago, last Thursday, a signature win over DeSoto, one of the better programs in the state. But they did give up 27 and 33 points in those games. Defensively, what are you expecting to see from them?
Well, they're very talented. They're very good there as well. You know, they're a 4-3 type team that occasionally will get in a 3-man front. Their defensive ends are very athletic. I believe one's an A&M commit, and you know their linebackers are quicker, smaller guys on the outside, and they're very good in the secondary, not only at covering but getting down in and making tackles.
Well, the bookend to your district schedule, you know, start with Steele. We'll talk about Judson when we get there, but it does end with Judson. But the schedule, kind of funny how it works out that way.
Well, you know, everybody's playing good football. You mentioned that a minute ago. I think all 7 teams have a better record right now than they did 12 months ago. And this district was the regional champion in both Division I and Division II. So both regional champions came from this league, yet 12 months later, everybody's playing even better. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you just take one game at a time. One team's open. The other 6 play each other, so 3 are going to lose and 3 are going to win, and we're going to do it again next week. So as big as this ball game may be, it's one, and we'll have to regroup, win or lose, and go again next time.
All right. Well, speaking of district play, we have this week's 25 6A district picks with Ferris Orthodontics.
Thanks, Brent. Thanks, Coach. I'm Tyler Ferris.
I'm Megan Hembury.
And this is your Week 5 Ferris Orthodontics Picks of the Week.
All right, let's line them up.
All right, my first pick of the week, Judson High versus Clemens. This really is no contest. Perennial powerhouse Judson runs all over the Buffaloes.
This week I have the New Braunfels Unicorns versus the Wagner Thunderbirds. We got some magic here, but man, I think those Unicorns, they may have a little bit more magic than those Thunderbirds.
All right, Game 5, Game of the Week. It's a tough one. District opener, doesn't get any tougher than this. Smithson Valley Rangers versus Steele. The winner of this takes district, pretty much.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think we got to go with Smithson Valley.
Smithson Valley.
Go Rangers.
Get your guns up.
Back to y'all.
Those again, the Ferris Orthodontics district picks, and that last one, that's the one that stood out to me, Coach. They like the Rangers this week.
Yeah, that's the one I care about. I wish those other teams well, but we'll get to them when the time comes. Right now, we're focused on Steele.
All right, well, Coach, best of luck against the Knights on Friday. The kickoff is at 7:30 from Linoff Stadium, and that'll do it for this week's show of Inside Rangers Football. For Coach Hill, I'm Brant Freeman. Enjoy the game, and we'll talk to you next week.